Good evening. Thanks for joining us again. We are on TF Live 2 tonight. This is ozfortress season 29, week 2. We've got Snakewater and Sunshine tonight again. Um, if this is Mel speaking. We've got Greek on producing, and Jolson is joining me on the casting couch.
Ready up. You want to take the first mid now?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Alright, so it looks like Pinkster is the first to mid by quite a bit. We've got Soldier coming out pretty fast for Harvard Esports. Someone goes down there as well. Players are even right now. Oh, it looks pretty even. Pare goes in for the bomb there. He gets Medic down pretty low, but he doesn't end up cleaning up, and it looks like Excited for Christmas win that first mid. They are putting a lot of pressure on in the lobby there as they roll out to second pretty fast. Just got a scout capping mid for them, and they're going to start capping second now.
Mustard does manage to get out of that mid, luckily. From what I saw, Whack got really pressured early by the Soldier, and that was the first death of the mid. But then because Mumu took so much space and forced out the demo, they ended up shifting and taking a side pretty convincingly. And when Red tried to mirror, it didn't really pan out well. So at least they managed to get their mid out of it though, so it should be already a first stalemate. And yeah, we'll see how Excited for Christmas / Back to Bones try and push and break the stalemate.
Yeah, that's right. Excited for Christmas are the all Back to the Bones team, hey? And
yes.
your team is BP. Wonder
yeah,
what you
both
guys
teams
decided
have kind
to
of
change
reformed.
names. Yeah. So we've got a sentry on last for BP right now. Sorry.
No off classes on blue team so far, but that's because Chief is trying to sack. He tries to go through under, but just gets absolutely slammed, and he's going to rethink that. I think they're trying to take some forward pressure into lobby as well to help Chief sack, but we'll see how this goes. Chief is just getting another buff up, and I think he is going to go now. It looks like from top right. Blue team does manage to get down the sentry, but they do trade a soldier for it. I guess that'll be their sack for now. Deceptive is sniping on the side of red as well.
Yeah, the sentry is getting up again pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm probably expecting to see a Mumu spy or something. Deceptive pops out a headshot onto Chief as I say that. Pare is already counter-sacking as well, but doesn't really get anything. He's on a 15-second respawn, and I think blue team might want to push off that because that was such a delayed sack. Depends how fast Mumu will get there though, because he's not in an off class right now.
Yeah, both teams have full Uber as well, by the way, guys. As blue team are looking to push through lobby again and try and retake that ground.
Chief goes down to what I believe is another sack, so a 3-second respawn for him, and I think that'll be the actual off class that comes up. And yep, Chief has come up as sniper. Diesel does go in for a counter sack while that happens though and dies.
Yeah, bad luck to Diesel there. It looks like blue team are not moving forward on that pick though right now. They do have a level 3 backup on last on the side of Harvard Esports. Quite a bit of pressure being put on the left side for blue team there, but it's not enough to do anything significant at the moment. We are at a stalemate right now. Both teams waiting for the other to just make a mistake.
Demo does go down on the side of Chief. That's kind of one of the negatives of holding on one side just solo as Demo, because the sniper will just instantly get a sightline on you, and then there won't be anyone to back you up. So with that Demo down, there should be some sort of aggression coming out, but nothing's really happening right now. Oh, the Uber does come out at top right from the attacker's perspective. Diesel does get chased in, and they lose 4. I think Mustard dropped there. So yeah, this should be an easy round.
Pyro's trying to do everything he can there, but it's just not enough to hold blue team off the point. And there, it's 1-0 now. we've got a point on the scoreboard for Excited for Christmas. Just got a note from our producer right now saying there's going to be a 10-second break as he tries to fix the audio, I think. I'm just gonna keep talking. So we're on mid right now. Two players go down on the side of Excited for Christmas. As does, three now. So with the player advantage, Harvard Esports end up taking that mid now.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much what happened on that mid was the exact same as the last mid, except red team did it instead of blue team. The demo instantly gets shredded by a fast bombing soldier, and then they lose 2 at the end. Like, the only real difference was that they got out with scouts instead. But now they have this really slim Uber advantage. I don't think they're gonna push off it though, so I think it's gonna like even out, and we're gonna prepare for like a sack wave from the red team.
Yeah, so we're on the opposite side of the map now as Harvard Esports are on the attack on to the blue team's last point. Both medics are on equal full Uber as well. Prey is very low in lobby there, but he ends up healing himself. Nothing too significant happening at the moment.
He got like 2 rockets off on a soldier in top right, and then he beefed like all the other shots when he got that soldier down to like 40 health. So, you know, big beef, but it happens. I guess with that now, they're going to go in for a sack. There is a heavy on the side of blue team though. No gun yet, compared to the red team defense from a few minutes ago. So, yeah.
Yeah, there is a heavy up. I'm not sure if red team are aware of that yet because they don't have too much presence on right side of lobby there.
Blue team is giving them like plenty of space. They're not really like forcing or spamming or anything. As I say that, like Prey just gets instantly shredded by a soldier and a heavy after he fails a speed shot like a noob. So yeah, we'll see what class Prey comes up in. I know my team historically liked to go spy, but that was because it was only me. So with Prey on the team, it might be sniper.
Yeah, when Jolson says my team, by the way, guys, that means BP. Jolson is a BP nerd, Harvard Esports in this game.
Well, Prey doesn't actually come up as an off class, so yeah.
Okay, production has just let me know there will be another 10-second break to do something. I'm just going to keep talking while that's happening. We're still on last with a little bit of a stalemate here. Heavy's putting a little bit of pressure on his left side from last, keeping those guys out from poking right now. Production said we're back.
There's now a pirate that's come up and it's already spy checking.
Parade's peeking under. He ends up taking the jump from under. Will he get anything with this? He gets reflect rocketed. Unfortunate.
Double soldier sacks are good. Like, it's not really good if you lose your flank scout at the same time.
Mumu
like,
is so low right now. He's
like, you have a better chance of getting something with the double soldier sack, but then you also have to immediately give up ground if you don't, and that's kind of just what happened there. Like, Diesel and Prey just bombed in. Like, Prey gets absolutely shredded again, and then they lose no somehow onto the flank. And it looks like they're going to take this. Oh, actually, there's a drop coming out from red team. Cool Dad dies to a bunch of spam pipes, and now it looks like red is using their Uber defensively after the everyone in blue team tries to sack and get the counter force. And yeah, everyone is about to go down. Time is the only one remaining in Valley, and it looks like Wack is trying to cut him off. Actually, no, Time is still in Valley right now. So let's see if he's able to make a play of any kind.
Soldier goes right after him and takes him down. That's Bappo there in Valley. As Harvard Esports move in on excited for Christmas is last again.
Yeah, they tried to enter there, but like no got destroyed by a heavy, and then that didn't really pan out. Like, they tried to go in before the respawn wave happened, but then like the heavy came up, and then all the other combat classes came up, so they thought better of it. They do still have like a slim advantage though. It's pushable, but they're gonna have to act fast on it, and I think, yeah, they're just gonna try and see if they can focus fire down the heavy, hopefully. And yeah, they're trying to go in top at the moment with the soldier and a scout and a demo. Excited
for Christmas have just reached even Ubers now as well.
Yeah, this doesn't really look too good then if there's an even Uber situation trade happening. Like the red
If
team
it gets
Uber will
popped
just
off
get
on the
popped off
heavy.
first, and then there's not enough presence for that to work, and the Uber is just way better on blue. They already lose a scout for it. They're probably going to lose a soldier in lobby as well. They actually don't. Like they managed to get out, and Bappo survives on about
There is
40
a
HP.
jump from Harvard Esports into last, and it was enough to do too much damage there.
I think if Parade didn't get caught out there, like in lobby trying to do a sack, they would have been able to hold second easier because now like they don't have any soldiers to bomb like readily, and they're already down one, so they're just gonna get pressured out of here by like the scouts and the soldier presence.
Yeah, Team Harvard Esports losing that last push again. We'll see if they will get pushed out from me here. Like I'd imagine Excited for Christmas would have their morale being built a little bit as well, given they were able to hold that twice. Pray in for the bomb, and he gets picked off again. Those scouts are really good at taking care of their medic right now on the side of Excited for Christmas.
Chief is going in for the counter sack right now. Does get close to the medic, and didn't really work out.
Yeah, so same story for Chief on the opposite side, as both soldiers fail their sacks. Another
Diesel
sack
does
in.
go in for a sack now. He like kills himself, but does get one okay rocket onto the medic, and he's forced to back out into Shutter to grab a pack. I think this might be another off-class moment right now, but I'm not really sure what Diesel could come up as, to be honest. I haven't seen Diesel off-class regularly, but that's just from my experience. How would you like to see the stalemate broken, Mel?
I'd like to see your team get absolutely wiped. No, I'm kidding.
Well, Chief is sniping right now
I'm
from
not about
Valley.
to be
He's like
wiped.
super. He gets right into the face
Parego
of a
tries
soldier.
to bomb again. Bad luck to Pare.
Yeah, Prey just it's like they're banging their heads into a wall. Like they just keep sending one soldier and they don't really do a lot of support for him. It looks like instead they're gonna try and pressure Cafe a little bit. Chief is still getting a lot of room to snipe though. He's in choke right now. He's gonna stare down a demo who's on Shack holding it by himself. And still no off classes on the side of red team until, well, Parade goes sniper right as Whack dies. So looks like this is going to be a blue team push straight out through choke. No traps to worry about. They're going to make room for Chief to snipe, and it looks like there's already an aggressive trade by red team. This is a complete solo. Diesel already dies on the flank, and this is not looking good.
Yeah, Chief really did get a good headshot there as both teams' Ubers got popped off. And
yeah, as you say that, like Chief just snipes the medic right, like post Uber. Deceptive dies. Chief also gets another frag onto Prey. This is going to be a quick roll on.
It's another headshot from Chief.
Maybe on to last as well.
He's really feeling that sniper tonight. So that forces Harvard Esports right back into last again as Chief is still on sniper, trying to get a pick off here.
Yeah, while Chief was on sniper, Diesel was holding in forward spawn and trying to get a cheeky force onto the medic, but that didn't really happen. He just got locked out by a trap, and they're going to be down one player. He should be able to respawn by the time that blue team gets Uber and starts to push, but right now, like this is just a waiting game until blue team gets 100%. They do still have that sniper and Chief though, and they already lose 3 for it due to traps and like a sentry, so that doesn't really pan out well.
Yeah, that level 2 sentry got taken down as well just then. But red team really do have the player advantage now, as blue team almost got wiped there.
Yeah, simple mistakes of just not clearing traps. I think the trap was on top left from the defender's perspective, and it was like on the little ledge, like on the far left. That's how they managed to kill
Sneaky.
2. Yeah, a soldier does bomb in onto Bell Tower. They're creating a bunch of space right now, and they're taking this 100% Uber advantage into mid and hopefully second.
They just left a scout to cap mid right there. Team pushing through Cafe, trying to get something. There is a bomb in again with Pare, but he gets denied. He is alive this time, though, so that is something. Looks like he's trying to go in for the bomb again. Chief is very low, but he is going to survive after that too.
Mustard does hit a mad surf to avoid the air shot from that soldier, but because they took all this time, they're going to even out now. There is a soldier down still, so it is like a pushable advantage, but if that soldier comes up for post, then it won't be too pretty. And it looks like they realize that, so they're just going to reset, and they're going to probably get their soldiers buffed up and let them bomb again.
Lobby is clear right now. Let's see who wants to walk in there first and try and take... Oh, Pangstar is trapping the door there. And I guess red team are aware of that.
Looks like there's some double soldier pressure coming out from top right, and Prey is already trying to get onto the demo with a nice speed shot, or with a nice jump actually. Gets Pengster down to around 40 health, but doesn't
But
manage to
Chief
get
really
anything
cleans
else
him
for
up
it.
there.
Yeah,
there are a lot of bumps this match.
Who is that on heavy? I think that's Time. I don't know. One of the scouts are on heavy at the moment. That's pretty much the only off class that we've been seeing out of Back to the Bones. I haven't seen a gun yet or anything. Even a pyro was preferred over the gun, so we'll see how that holds off the Prey sniper now. As Prey looks like is trying to peek from far right from the attacker's perspective.
Space on heavy. Freaking aliasing guy. His aliasing is 21 now. Yeah, that's Space.
They're not actually taking a lot of room for Prey to work with, because, I mean, now he's peeking under. He does have a decent sideline onto the medic, or, like, onto a combo if they peek out, but takes one shot, gets spotted, and they're going to instantly start pressuring him.
Yeah, Heavy's pretty deep on left side here, trying to put in...
Prey just gets a sick 150 body shot onto the med, and even though he dies for it, they're going to have, like, 100% uber advantage. They will have enough time for Prey to respawn, but it looks like they're going to start taking forward pressure into lobby now. Just get all set up for this push as much as they can.
From here it looks like half of Harvard Esports wants to move in and half of them are... Okay, Soldier's back, so I guess they're going to try and move in now?
Yeah, they're just getting buffs up right now. Kind of the negative thing of letting that medic respawn is that most players will have buffs, so
yeah,
it takes a little while to kill everyone, but the pyro does end up trying to like do a bunch of work and stuffing in the Uber. Yeah,
as well.
like Deceptive manages to take down that pyro instantly, focuses down to heavy as well. He does
Red
get dropped and post Uber.
Yeah, they're trying their best to stand on that point, but the blue soldiers are really bombing it as much as they can. And now we have another point to Harvard Esports. We are 1-1 here tonight on Sunshine.
I'm going to be watching Mumo in this mid. Like, both of the soldiers like to go fast. It looks like the soldier didn't go fast from blue team. Prey is already on the demo though. He's just getting a lot of spam pressure. Diesel is already on Bell Target, gets instantly destroyed by like a sticky and some extra spam. Time is just chilling in choke, maybe AFKing or lagging out, but soldiers do come in for red team now as they try to force blue team back into their cafe. Medic does go down on the side of blue team and for red team as well, so it's going to be like an even player fight. Double scouts versus a scout and a demo. Take the red team with their double scouts.
Back there, but he does get out alive. He's just in cafe by himself, waiting for the rest of his team right now. Scouts know he's there though. Neither of them really want to fight him right now either. Both teams' Ubers are pretty even as well. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, both Ubers are even at the moment, and during that time is respawn as a spy. Parade does go in for a quick 1v1, I think. I don't even think that was exact because,
It was in Valley, and I think he just got picked off there. He didn't expect Mumu to be there.
Well, Time is on the full default spy, trying not to get spotted. He looks like he's going to get the medic right now. No, he's not. Custard spots out the medic, and Time has to run away back into cafe and dies.
Bad luck Time. Okay, so looks like Harvard Esports are trying to jump through. Okay, that sort of jumped in through choke, beefed his jump a bit, and then just went back in. Bappo does get picked off though, as does Pere.
Just rips on Pere as the delay bomb comes in. Like, Bappo came in and hit like one decent rocket onto the medic, and then Pere tried to follow up instantly, but it just gets air piped, and with no soldiers like up,
the whole team,
is just gonna take
including
a bunch
the Uber,
like,
coming through choke right now. both Ubers are off, did get popped off. Not many people died during that fight too, but as a result, all I want for Christmas is taking mid right there.
It was just even Ubers, but with the soldiers going down from red really early, they couldn't get any like big spam pressure off to fight like decently in post, so they just got spammed out and they got forced back to their second. So it looks like this is on the onus of the blue team to try and sack and get something now.
Yeah, both red soldiers are taking height right now. Are all the soldiers in this game like Tempest mains? Because that's what it looks like with all the jumps.
I mean, once you get to this level, like tempesting is pretty important and like pretty necessary, so won't be surprising to see if they do a lot of cool jumps, but yeah.
True. This is the Intermediate Division tonight, by the way, guys.
Right as you say that, Chief beefs his jump and then he just gets owned by a pipe as well. Mustard does take a rocket from that though, but he'll be fine.
Maybe is getting cornered by those scouts as well. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, if I was red team, I would actually push off this instead of just sending counter sacks you down. You're up to, and you get to walk into mid for basically free if you clear traps because there won't be any soldiers to bomb you.
Well, as you say that, the combo comes out of Cafe, Custard trying to do something with his scout right there. As the soldier and the flank comes out through Valley trying to support them. But it looks like their team especially their demo isn't really backing them up there. The Uber comes off with Custard. I've got the feeling in the comms, Custard is telling everyone to move forward and the rest of them are like, no, I don't want to.
They actually do get a pick off that somehow. They get two. This is like...
Yeah, Medi goes down on the side of Christmas right now, as does most of the rest of their team. So that does end up working out for Harvard Esports right there. Mumu is trying to do something. He's in a little bit of a Harvard Esports sandwich right now, and he does get picked off just outside Cafe there.
That, like, Uber exchange was really weird because Deceptive called for a solo Uber after, like, they barely took any space into mid. Like, they traded Ubers and then blue team looked like they had a better Uber, but, like, they pushed in, they all kind of got collapsed on because they were all, like, in different places at different times and they weren't really concentrated on at anyone. So that's probably the reason why, like, red team are just now pushing onto their second. There's already an engineer up on the side of Back to Bones as well, so...
Yeah, they're just getting ready to turtle a little bit here.
There is a 50% Uber advantage onto the side of red team right now, and with still an engineer up, they're just going to walk onto the point. They're going to try and kill the gun as quickly as they can.
Gun goes down. Mustard was alone in that Uber for a little bit on last there. He does find his team again though.
They're taking a bunch of time to get frags and get any point presence. The medic isn't really going to be able to get now, unless like 99%, 100% now, and yeah, they're going to get.
That point is so close, and the Uber does come off. Yeah, as you say that, it looks like that's enough to hold that point and force Harvard Esports out of there.
I mean, they did like everything that
Hooray is thirsty for blood though. He is jumping right back into lobby, not wanting to give any ground up, but he pays for that.
Red team did like everything they could to try and get that push, except for kill the medic at the end. If they knew that they were prolonging that fight for so long, they probably should have started focusing the medic, because you would realize at that point, like, they'll probably have by now. Yeah, like they killed the gun early. They pressured the demo out enough so that he couldn't get traps onto the point properly, but they just took too long into getting frags and things like that.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I feel like Harvard Esports might have been able to take that point if they were just a little braver.
I mean, with the Uber so delayed, Mustard did build up like a 40% advantage.
Yeah.
Which has dwindled down really fast now. Like, they tried to bomb whack in so that they could get the counter, so that they could get the medic before that happens, but the med counter uses onto blue team, and it looks like everyone's actually going to get out.
Yeah, red team are out alive. It looks like a sack might be... The soldier's getting ready and trying to sack. Here it comes. He just kind of peeks a little and goes right back to his medic for a heal. Not wanting to die there. Miri does go down, as does 21 on the side of... sorry. As... These freaking team names. I'm sorry.
Chief went down like immediately in that post fight, and then like the soldiers just kind of bullied them back into second. As we do see red team coming in from top left now. They're trying to take a fight into this last, but they're down 3 with only one coming up as a respawn just then. But yeah, like the soldiers just kept like bullying them out of second, and then they just got, and then back to bones just kind of got caught in and not knowing what to do. The only like kind of the only way they really held that was because Deceptive had like 40 FOV and you didn't see a trap that was right above him. But with that right now, they're gonna get like an Uber advantage. The medic is about to have on the side of blue team, and it looks like this is going to be a slightly better Uber if they're able to chase out some frags.
Custard
There's
does
already
get
2
out
going
alive.
behind though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Data
just like
gets a pick off there. Parade
Yeah.
is very low. He does get the arrow from his medic, which keeps him alive, and he just goes right back into that fight trying to get something. Pinkster does just pipe him to death there, though.
Yeah, when the blue Uber came out, everyone just kind of spread out on the red team so that they wouldn't get destroyed by a combo. And after sending 2 behind, they managed to get like a few key picks after fighting last, and they managed to make it like a whole chaotic like spam fest and crap fight. So, yeah.
Yeah, guys, and that was enough to put one more point on the board for Harvard Esports tonight. We are 2-1 Harvard Esports in the lead against Excited for Christmas in the Intermediate Division.
There's 4 minutes left on the clock, so if they can hold it out, like BP will take the win. But blue is already taking a bunch of like presents on one side, and they're just getting stuffed into cafe at the moment. And yeah, red team decides to smartly get out as fast as they can after they lose their demo and their soldier.
Yeah, they do have an extra point on the board right now, so they would be inclined to just do all they can to not let the other team, like they're under a little bit less pressure right now to win this map.
Blue team kind of got over aggressive there when they were trying to chase them into a second. Like, oh, right as we say that, Diesel manages to get the medic as Cool Dad was on 99%, so it looks like they're going to be easily able to take this last. But
Yeah, that would be painful for Cool Dad right there. Bad luck. Custard is at 100% right now, as Cool Dad is still respawning.
Prairie is already in Valley. He's about to try and make space for the team to come through choke pretty easily.
Chief trying to bomb something does get out alive. Nice arrow. Was that an arrow or a health pack? Well, he survives that, so that's good.
Still a pretty large Uber advantage. No one managed to meet up with Cool Dad fast enough to the point where they could build really efficiently, but they're going to take this like top left with a demo and a scout.
Yeah, Custard uses now.
He drops Deceptive. Deceptive's going to be mad about that one. They're all just clumped up on right side with a heavy and a gun. Like, they can spam them out, but it's not going to look too well. Yeah, like, they try to sack for the medic after that, and they just get owned afterwards.
Yeah, those soldiers just got blasted all around last right there.
Dropping Deceptive in that Uber was not a good thing, that's for sure. Yeah, and because of that, they failed their last push, and blue team is about to push into mid with a 60% Uber advantage now. It looks like they're going through Valley with it too.
Yeah, Christmas retakes second pretty easily. They are pushing into mid now as well with that. There is 2 minutes left on the board. They are still able to win at least get another point on the board for this match.
They probably could have if they managed to not get forced on mid, but Bappo decides to rocket the mid and make him shit himself. So once Bappo comes up, they're gonna try and re-push into mid with 100% ad. But if blue team does push it well, and looks like they're actually gonna use their player advantage to try and muscle through and to actually get an early force out. Parade does die. As he gets
still
isolated.
milking that Uber as he lets Parade fall. He has just popped now.
Yeah, he also lets his demo die for it, but they could be in a great position to collapse onto them right now. There's a scout
they
behind
look confused. There
trying to chase, and
yeah, that scout really caught them off guard there.
Yeah, the back to bones aggressive off Uber push just kind of made red team shit themselves. They didn't really expect it, and then they just Mustard managed to drop 2 people in that Uber.
Back to bones, no, they're still in the running for this map, as they're waiting for the rest of the team, getting ready to move into last. There is 50 seconds left on the clock to cap this last point. In comes the Uber. The heavy has not gone down yet, and yep, he goes down now, and it looks like they are going to take this point.
The Uber came in from
That
under.
is
There was
some
basically
gaming from the side of Christmas. So we are at 30 seconds left on the clock, which means I think that we'll be going to another golden cap tonight.
the Uber came in from under and like destroyed the one person that was on like left side from the attacker's perspective. And after they saw that, like red team just kind of backed into their spawn and didn't really get enough pressure to hold last properly. So yeah, with this kind of dead time now, we're going to go to a golden cap.
Got a taunt from Mustard there. As he knows we are in dead time and we're about to head over to the golden cap.
About to go live with this golden cap.
Alright, so teams are rolling out for this golden cap on Sunshine. This is the Intermediate Division, guys. Teams have just tied on this map, and whoever scores this point will take the map points.
Bappa immediately goes fast and just gets mulched by a sticky from Pengster. Pengster is already like with his team rotating on the way to right side, and Red is taking a little bit of time to mirror. Two double soldier like high bombs at the moment, and they instantly nuke like a bunch of people on that one side. They killed the medic for it, but it looks like red team is just all clumped up on red Tetris, and they're trying to like slowly wither away the health of blue team as they had no heals. They just rotated all the way onto their side now, and it's completely traded. Chief does go down. Pengster's on the point. Yeah, and looks like they're just gonna slowly bleed
Christmas
this fight
really
out.
have no fear without their heals. Like, they are still fighting and putting that pressure on mid right now. The Uber comes out from Custard right now on the side of Harvard Esports, but they are trying to... Oh, there was a little fighting cafe just there. As Custard did get taken down, he is the medic for Harvard Esports. So that will cost red right there as Cool Dad is up. He will have about 50-60% Uber by the time Custard is up.
Yeah, that was such a late death compared to Cool Dad's like early death on mid. Yeah, from what I saw, that fight probably could have won way easier if Deceptive didn't get shot in the back by a scout randomly. Like after that, you only had like one scout in a demo with you to fight like a scout that knows like how to move really well. So you can't really do much with that. Prey is hiding in cafe right now, looking to get a force as blue team attempts to push through choke.
Yeah, Excited for Christmas are not aware, although he does get the force off on the medic.
Prey with the easiest force of his life just stands in a corner and just starts spamming.
Hey, he did some work, okay?
Yeah, well, they do get a 70% Uber advantage off it as blue team is starting to take mid right now. Mumu is hiding above cafe. It looks like he's going to go for like some kind of high bomb as red team is slowly getting their buffs up. Chief is trying to jump in and see if he can get some information. It looks like there's going to be... I thought there was going to be a double soldier sack for a second, but they're going through cafe right now. Mustard is not going to drop to Chief as Chief dies and Mustard lives on around 100 HP. They're clearing chokes and all their angles pretty closely. Mumu does get to drop.
Deep. He does get the force off on the medic there. Custard does have to pop.
They are all the way out with that Uber. There are two soldiers down though. So
yeah,
it looks like...
Cool Dad is like 20% off getting, so I guess oh, Bappo is trying. He almost gets the medic. He is still. And
oh my god!
Gets the medic pick there. Both teams are really going for it right now. So Custard right now is up. He's the medic on the side of Harvard Esports. He's 40% up, and we've got the enemy team's medic. Cool Dad is down right now.
Diesel came up huge when he needed to. He failed about like 10 He failed like 10 bombs throughout regular time, and he manages to get that, picking up like a scout and a medic. So they're gonna have like 65% Uber rad, and there's gonna be a heavy and a pyro up for the side of blue team. It'll be interesting to see how red team will beef this eventually.
Yeah, so right now, Excited for Christmas are trying to hold last here. They have a heavy up on last. I don't see any sentries, so we've just got the heavy off classing right now. As Harvard Esports are trying to put as much pressure as they can quickly. This is faster than out comes the Uber. Yet they want to be using that. I don't know why they're not focusing the heavy, because the heavy is really doing some damage right now, and down goes the heavy. And that's the golden cap to Harvard Esports.
And even, except for maybe like a particular division, but yeah.
Out comes the countdown, and we are into the rollout for Map 2. This is Snakewater Ozfortress Season 29 Intermediate Division, just after the Golden Cap, which, Excited for Christmas, one last map, and we'll see how it goes this round. Looks like both demos are at mid at around the same time. The team's following them up right now.
The soldier from blue team instantly goes to the opposite kitchen. Is about to flank. Both demos do get pretty low at the moment. There is early high ground established by Chief, but they pick up 2 frags onto a scout and a soldier, and I think I would be getting out right now if I was the red team. Although Parade is still behind trying to cause some chaos. He's doing like a lot of damage and creating a lot of space for the team. There's 2 stuck behind the shack at the moment, but they'll manage to clean up Parade, and it looks like they've stayed into this fight a little bit too long. Deceptive does manage to get a pick onto Chief, and they'll get the Uber. There's 97% onto the medic at the moment for blue team, but they won't be able to pick up that frag. And yeah, they're just going to re-Uber into this. Deceptive will go behind into their sword though, and it looks like Mustard actually won't get caught out. They'll be able to survive. Bappo will though, and he manages to die. But Deceptive, I think, is still behind.
Your team is looking to re-enter. This is Harvard Esports. They're back on grass. They have no fear right now, as their scout is quite deep, but he does get picked off by Chief there. And Chief takes out Parade as well.
Deceptive was just hiding like top right on mid, and then he walked down, 2-shot the medic, and managed to pick up a scout at the same time as well, and that instantly won the mid. Can't really do anything when under like 100 ping Asia Fort scouts to shoot the medic in the back.
Yeah, you're right about that one. Harvard Esports do take mid now as their soldier comes and catches up with the team. They are pushing through dungeon, it looks like right now.
Yeah, after that Deceptive med pick, they pick up like a 70% Uber advantage. Gonna be interesting to see how they push this one, as blue team still tries to get some early like presence to see if they can get a
Time
like,
is a spy. He is behind the team. Is he gonna get a pick off here? They don't know he's there. They have no... Oh, no, now they do. This scout has seen him, and Time just gets picked off without getting any stabs right there.
They all kind of just Ubered into under and on low ground, and they didn't really get a bunch of high ground offer. Parade was like the only one that soloed onto the left shack. And even though that happens, No manages to walk in and shoot the medic and gets a free cap onto last. Second mid is going underway now, and it looks like both demos are quite even in time. Gonna be interesting to see how these soldiers bomb onto the side of both teams right now. Parade is already doing a high bomb, and he's just instantly gonna go for the med, but he goes behind instead. Actually, both soldiers are actually behind right now. Bappo does die immediately, but trades with Chief as well. And it looks like with Parade being behind, they're just gonna get forced out. Like Parade is about to collapse on them now and gets absolutely nothing except for... Oh no, he manages to get the demo before that, but he did have like a really good sightline onto the medic.
Yeah, cool. They're holding back past Grey Ridge into the lobby now, as Harvard Esports are taking that bridge. Oh, but it's not enough. Out comes the Uber from Cool Dad. He just stands there. Bit of a power move. The Uber comes up from Custard as well, just there as well. Just after him.
Wack and Mustard managed to milk that for so long. They just AD spammed the shit out of their keyboards, and then they managed to like get a decent Uber off. But they're entering last, as we say that. There is no heals on the side of red team, as a pipe does take out Mustard, and even though it's... I was gonna say it was gonna be even players, but now like red manages to pick up a bunch of frags, and yeah, they're gonna make this a clean 2-0 game at the moment.
Harvard Esports just stacking on that point. So we add 2 points to Harvard Esports, 2-0 to the side of Excited for Christmas. And we have 25 minutes left on the clock on Snakewater.
I'm watching Bappo on this mid. He's looking to go back to their kitchen and going through their dungeon. I think he's going to be flanking behind right now. He's going to try and cut them off through Saw, but that's not even necessary when like 2 kills already gets picked up on the side of red. Although right as I say that, it does become an even player situation as the scouts and the demo just walk forward and create a bunch of spam pressure. Only 2 soldiers against the soldier and the scout combo of blue team, and Parade is looking like he's the only one left now. MG is Snakewater mid, and he is not going to get anything at all.
Yeah, Parade did try to jump in there and do something, but didn't work out for him. With that
Yeah.
soldier and scout on mid.
I was watching Diesel the whole time, like going behind and stuff, and during that they managed to pick up 2 frags, but because they also had like 1 soldier behind, they couldn't have that extra spam pressure to deal with the flood of people that were coming across mid, so they just like collapsed and died, and they couldn't focus their players properly.
Right.
So yeah, that's probably what happened.
Okay, so we've got Excited for Christmas, just holding mid right now as they're trying to build and get their Uber up. Both Ubers are pretty even as well right now.
Yeah, with both Ubers evening out, there should be a sack attempt coming from the blue team right now. Looks like Chief is getting ready to jump, and Mumu as well. This is a double sack attempt.
Mimi goes in, Chief tries to follow up, but unfortunately nothing really came of that double bomb for Excited for Christmas right there. Bit of a battle in kitchen as Bappa goes down too. Yeah.
Yeah, when Chief tried to follow up on Mumu's bomb, it didn't really go as smoothly as he thought, so he didn't like have enough rockets loaded to get an effective rocket onto Mustard. Like Mustard was down onto 100 health and could have been killed, but Chief just didn't have enough rockets loaded after his jump. Mustard does milk his Uber a bit though, and manages to get the users onto his scout. And yeah, they're going to be trading Ubers right now. Deceptive is getting out by himself, so he might get picked off here. Actually, he won't. So it's going to be even players again. But this time, Blue Team managed to take second off of it. They do trade a scout for a soldier though, as Bappa goes down and time goes down.
Yeah, Bappa with a sad face as he gets picked off in unders right there. He did try to get out, but he guess it just wasn't fast enough. Custard has about 10% over out right now.
Yeah, Ubers
probably not anything significant, yeah.
Only an engineer up on the side of Red Team, as they have a sentry that's watching Shadow at the moment, so again, there's another Blue Team sack attempt. And it looks like... I thought Chief was on shotgun for a second, but yeah. Nah, it's going to be probably at least like a soldier running in. Going to be curious to see if there's going to be like a double soldier sack though, which is what back-to-bones like to do quite often. As I say that,
Maybe
2 soldiers...
sacked in and sacked out. That was really fast. I saw that Tempest main crap. I mean,
Chief
not
was kind of leading the way on that one, and Mumu tried to follow up. Prey is going for the counter sack though, and doesn't really get anything. And as we say that, Chief is up as spy now.
Okay, so we are on last. We've just got Harvard Esports trying to hold this off from Excited for Christmas right now. They are in lobby. They have that lobby presence. But it's a little bit of a stalemate, guys.
Time kind of overextends a bit and gets picked off. So it doesn't really help when you're down, like when you already have a spy, you're basically down 2, but he will get a fast respawn considering that they're attacking last, not holding it. Chief does have like a pretty good angle onto the medic though. Does decloak rather early, and he's going to get Mustard. Oh no.
Nice pick, Chief. Mustard does go down to that spy stab right there. He wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't expect it, to be honest. Like, we have a push that's going that slow, like, you're basically telegraphing it at this point. Although the demo does go down, so that should delay them long enough so that they can get a few buffs up in time before the push comes in.
Yeah, poor Bappo just got picked off in the lobby right there. It is a stalemate, but Cool Dad does have the Uber ad right now, so I reckon I'd be seeing Team Christmas wanting to move in with that before they lose it. And out comes the Uber now. They go for the Sentry. Sentry goes down first. There is a heavy on the side of Harvard Esports who goes down as well.
This post fight doesn't actually look that bad for red team. Like they spent all that Uber trying to kill the gun, and red team in the meantime just manages to shift to another side.
Yeah, but Christmas do take out the demo on the point, and they do have the player advantage right now as well. Oh, no, I lied. It's a 2v2 on last right now, and they end up taking the point anyway.
That was so winnable. All Wack needed to do was just like stand on the point to deny that soldier, but I think he was afraid that he didn't have enough health, otherwise that he'd die. But yeah, that was really close.
Yeah, it's all about the point, you know, at the end of the day. That's what wins you the games, not your health. Okay, so we are back to mid and excited for Christmas. Just put a point on the scoreboard on Snakewater here. We are 2-1 to the side of Harvard Esports.
Prey does go in high and early with the fake bomb, and Mustard's already pretty low. They're just taking a bunch of space across mid, and Mustard, like, and the red team looks like they're about to back out. Prey is still on top, just spamming them down, trying to make space for his team to come through.
Deep bomb by Bappo. He is behind the team, and they didn't realize it, but he regroups with this team now as they go and take mid now.
There is still a scout behind at the moment. Looks like they'll be able to catch him out, hopefully. 23 is just running across the point, and it looks like he's about to go through dungeon and try and pick off the med. Oh, Mustard drops. Unlucky.
Yeah, 23, the scout on the side of Excited for Christmas, does his job properly and takes out the medic there, which is a huge advantage to the side of Excited for Christmas. They will be up at least 50-55% Uber by the time Custer comes out.
They played that mid really well. It's just they lost track of that one scout who decided to run like behind. But yeah, like the way that red team played that mid is pretty much like a textbook example of how to play passive and like kind of a war of attrition style kind of mid where you just let them bomb in and you take you basically kill off anyone that overextends. But with that scout going behind, like managing to drop the med doesn't really do anything in the end, even if you win mid. And it looks like red team are going to play full force now. Bappo is hiding in grass behind the crates, and they're going to be building their Uber outside of bats. Bappo does go in for the force right now. Actually does manage to land it, and they might be able to... Oh no,
There was a soldier battle on top of Pipe there, just outside of Cheese, but it looks like Moo won that one for Excited for Christmas. This parade just went down. Chief is deep. He is trying to do some damage, but he gets picked off by Jolson Oni-chan, and Jolson said the N-word? Team Jolson does have the player advantage right now, though, as they're trying to push in to retake second.
There is a big high soldier bomb coming in from Mumu as he tries to get the force. Mustard kind of just like bitch pops.
Yeah, out comes that Uber.
Yeah. Like I saw like blue team when they were trying to push last, they tried to like do another off Uber push to see if they could get anything, but because there's like such small doorways in Snakewater compared to Sunshine, they just they lost Chief instantly, decided to back off. But
somebody did try and sack Cool Dad just then. He is with the Uber advantage after Custer just did that. So they are wanting to move in with that onto last to retake this point and maybe try and get another point on the board. They are capping anyway without popping that Uber yet. They didn't even need it.
Yeah, with no soldiers, it's kind of hard to bomb the point and deny them, but you know, it happens. Looks like we're going to go to another mid as the score's even up at 2-2.
Yeah. So, like the last game, it is pretty even right now. There is 16 minutes left on the clock, so there's a lot of room for anything to happen at this point.
Early high ground presence established by the blue team as they send a scout and a soldier up top. Time does manage to die to 4 damage, and Pengster is already
Bappo's behind, but the scouts pick him off there as well.
I think Bappo created enough of a distraction to pull the blue team back because it was kind of like the flank that was trying to deal with him and then the combo that was already really far forward across the point. And like when you have your heals like kind of that centralized and that alone, like isolated, you're just going to get picked off and focus fired pretty instantly. That's how Pengster died, and that's pretty much how they lost the mid.
Okay, so we are back to lobby with Excited for Christmas defending last right now. They don't have any off classes yet. In comes the bomb from Puree, but he just gets taken down again. The other soldier follows up, and he does end up taking out the medic.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it looks like
big
red team are
pick for
going to
them.
play. Yeah, red team are going to play pretty conservatively now. Blue team is going to hopefully try and get the force, but they're just going to play back off. Going to build up an engineer and probably get another off class to see if they can hold it in time.
Yeah, Harvard Esports full out at this point. Cool Dad just trying to buff up his team at this point in time. As Sentry is coming up, there is an NG on the side of Excited for Christmas. It's a level 1. They take it out pretty quickly with that Uber.
The med does go down again, but like red team
But it
loses
looks
their
like
demo at the start of the fight, and it doesn't work out well when you drop your demo in an Uber.
and even though the medic is down, Cool Dad on the side of Excited for Christmas, those guys' DM just outplays Harvard Esports to a T, and they go on to second to take that point.
I think what happens in these Ubers is that like red team will just go in like with their combo and their soldiers, like their combo and their flank are very segregated from each other. They don't really have a good idea of what's going on. Because you'll see them use an Uber through top right, and then like you see a bunch of flank players just playing really passive left, and then they get owned because the other team is just rotating to the opposite side. So there's kind of like a bit of a miscommunication there probably. But luckily,
Alrighty.
yeah. But you know, it's like kind of even Ubers at the moment. There's like a slim 20% ad, but I don't think it's going to be pushable on the side of blue.
Excited for Christmas just holding at this point in time. Well, they do have the Uber advantage, but they're about to lose it. Both team Ubers are going to become even right now, as they're both at 100%.
Soldiers are again like warming up for a sack at the moment. Looks like
Yeah.
Beret will be going, and he's going to go from window this time. Doesn't look like it actually. They're just
No, he's
resetting.
just kind of
Yeah.
like a little bit of peekaboo through that window. Oh, in comes the jump. He is on the medic. He gets picked off by Excited for Christmas. Bad luck to the soldiers on the side of Harvard Esports. It just wasn't enough because Excited for Christmas protect their medic really good just then.
They're going to instantly try and run it through kitchen, but time was way too far ahead of his combo.
Yeah, Cool Dad did pop up his Uber. Mustard has his as well. He was just kind of standing there spinning around in circles for a second there.
Yeah, Muscle was kind of alone, waiting for someone to like come to him so that he could Uber, but
Yeah.
it manages to work out in the end because the scout meets him and they pick off the soldier and the demo.
Sorry, apologies if you cannot hear me. I am lagging a little bit. Alright, so we are on last right now.
Ubers are going to even out again. Only like another 20% out from the side of blue. And Chief is going to come up as a sniper to see if they can hold this last.
11 minutes left on the clock with Excited for Christmas defending last against, sorry, what was the name of your team? Harvard Esports, I'm kidding.
Chief just gets like a bunch of presents into the lobby and just walks through and gets a like easy pot shot onto the bed. Doesn't manage to kill Mustard though. They're not taking any forward lobby pressure to try and like get this sniper out of their sightlines. There are going to be two soldiers jumping in from under to try and get the force though. Chief does go down when he's like trying to peek.
Yeah, the double bomb doesn't really do it for them. They do get a pick off time, but it's just not enough. I don't think it was worth sacrificing those soldiers.
I mean, it's even players, so they didn't really lose too much out of it. Like, blue will be on a slightly longer respawn wave because they're holding last and the soldiers will come up.
Yeah,
Red will
sorry.
come up as spy, though.
I didn't notice they took out Chief as well. Chief has been beasting on Sniper tonight, so I guess they'd be happy about that. Chief is back up on Sniper as well. I'm keen to see if he gets a pick here. Peeking lobby, his team are supporting him. Yeah, Harvard Esports are aware of this sniper right now as well.
Not really sure if Back to Bones are aware of the BP spy, though. Bappo does go down to, I believe, a trap. And Chief is still getting a bunch of free room to snipe in lobby. He's about to peek through Cheese as well. Chief is like, oh my gosh, Mustard was standing still and Chief beefs an easy shot. Parade is actually going for the back cap. and he's nearly about to get it. There's a bunch of cap time onto that point. I think Red is going to take advantage of this, and they're going to walk through, see if they can capitalize off all that cap time and play the point.
You're right, lots of cap time there. Parade really did his job. In comes the dry push from
They
Mustard
get
right
a
now.
really early force. It looks like blue team just. It looks like Cool Dad like accidentally pressed his like mouse tool or something because he used so early. There's a bunch of high ground
Yeah,
presence
but
on the blue team
Mustard
soldiers at the moment.
uses as well here as well.
Yeah. Deceptive does
Oh my
get
bad,
left
I'm
on
like...
an island though, as red team are just kind of sitting on the left side by themselves. But they're just gonna like slowly bleed out the players, and there is a combo at the moment. Like Noah and Wack are trying to fight the point and trying to use that cap time that Parade got, but Wack is just not hitting anything after that.
Mustard trying to keep Wack alive for as long as he could there, but he does run away when he sees he has to. Meets up with the rest of his team there, and it looks like Excited for Christmas did a good job defending that last descent.
I think if Deceptive didn't like get stranded all the way onto grass like by himself, they probably would have won that. Cause yeah, like having that second scout in order to clean up is so important. But the Ubers
Excited
will
for
even out
Christmas.
again.
Yeah, they're only 10% up right now as they're about to reach 100%.
No off classes coming off at the moment yet for the red team. Still an engineer on the side of blue though, so we're just going to have a normal standard sack attempt. Chief will come up again as sniper though.
Yeah, we've been on this last point with this particular push for the last 2 minutes and a half. Almost 3 now. Such is snake water.
Yeah, pretty slow now that the scores have evened out. Shows kind of how even the teams are. Parade does go in for the sack attempt though. I think he gets caught by a trap actually before anything, so yeah.
There is a level 3 sentry in a bit of a sneaky spot down there, just outside unders. In between the stairs.
Oh, demo does go down on the side of blue. That's kind of what happens if you let that sniper get a bunch of free room. But Parade is on spy again, and he's looking to go for a pick or maybe a back cap again, like he tried to before. Blue just has like a bunch of lobby presence, and they're holding everything really passive on the side of red team because they have that demo down. He only just came up, so there's going to be only a few traps. Bappa is all the way in and decides to trade with the soldier and drop down, and they're just going to give more room to the sniper.
Yeah, time helped with that Bappa push too. He's doing a good job of watching the flank right there.
Parade is in. Oh, the medic turns around right as Parade goes for the stab. Unlucky. Chief does get taken down really low as he decides to pick lobby, and as Deceptive tries to pressure Chief more, he just dies to sickies. Bappa does pick off Chief in return, but dies as well. And with that respawn coming up, I don't think they're going to be able to hold this, even if there's a Parade sniper. Parade is peeking all the way from Sword there. They actually use the Uber very aggressively.
Yeah, both teams' Ubers go off at pretty much the same time. It looks at this point like both medics will... Oh no, maybe not. Soldiers coming in behind on Greybridge. Those two players on bats were just caught in a bit of a sandwich there as the medic gets picked up on the side of Excited for Christmas.
The combo just got stuck on bat and they just kind of got chipped away at the end. They are trying to push in with the sniper though. Parade does die instantly, but I feel like they should be playing the ad at this point if they're going to lose all these players. And yeah, they decide to back out and kind of come up with a 70% Uber advantage as a pause for me. We'll definitely be checking the logs after this. What do you think you'll see on this mid? Who do you think will take this final golden cap or this final round of the night?
I'll be real with you. My money's on Excited for Christmas.
With the way the mids have been going, I think like the red team might be able to take it, but they'll probably fail some part of the mid and then Mustard will die, but we'll see how it goes.
I feel like it doesn't take much to change the tide for Harvard Esports. Anyway, we're on mid right now. Two guys have already gone down on the side of Harvard Esports as with the player advantage. Excited for Christmas, just take that mid. Oh, no. No? Why isn't it capping right now? Oh, there's two guys in kitchen right now from the side of Harvard Esports.
Backbones decided to go really aggressive, and they managed to catch out like the person playing top right, which is No. And because they got that pick, he wasn't able to defend the demo dies, and it was just a big collapse from there. Deceptive didn't really know what to do as he was stranded on second. And while the soldiers were both going behind, they just had no one to help out, like catch out anyone that was going forward.
By the way, Jolson, Poisey says in the chat that you need to yell because you're so quiet.
Oh, my bad.
No, I don't think it's too bad. I think we've just had a few issues with sound tonight, that's all.
Hopefully this sounds better now.
I mean, I can hear you. I don't mind it, but maybe I'm too loud.
Okay, well, I turned my mic all the way up, so we're going to see blue team pushing into Shutter at the moment. They do get a successful Uber off. They're fighting a Pyro and a Sentry at the moment. There are two coming in from
yeah, nobody's really focusing down that heavy either. I mean, now they've started doing that. But Jolson Oni-chan is just mowing them down as heavy on last right there.
Yeah, even though they managed to wipe, Mustard does go down. Yeah,
it's
like he
wipe right
didn't really see any of the people that were coming right. Like even though there was like a few people onto the right side, like around Shack area, they weren't looking at the soldiers or the scouts that were coming in.
Harvard Esports, Excited for Christmas really tried like put everything behind that push just then. Wait, we have a spy? We have a spy on the side of Harvard on the side of Excited for Christmas. What is he planning to do? I doubt that Harvard Esports are aware of this too. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, the moment he went down on that last push, he probably decided to go spy because no one really expects it in this situation.
Correct. Being sneaky. If I was him, I'd walk through Greybridge right now because that's where Medic would go for safety. Yeah.
Back to Bones has been 1 for 1 on the spy. Oh,
yeah!
He gets the demo instead of the medic. Oh my god. Whack just walks in and body blocks.
Still a pick. The Uber comes out on the side of Excited for Christmas. And they are wanting to push all the way through last as they've got one of their players capping second for them, and Custard's Uber comes out on the side of Harvard Esports, and they end up protecting that mid quite comfortably.
Yeah, that was like the easiest Uber of Mustard's life. He just presses the right mouse button as 4 people run into last and try and fight him. But, you know, when you're shiny, you can do anything. They're going to try and clean up this scout that's behind as well. Time is just running around in lobby trying not to get a shot. It's going to go for a hero shot on the medic brigade. It's nearly shredded.
Yeah, Time does get picked off there. Bad luck. Although Harvard Esports are out of their last right now.
No off classes this time on the side of blue team. I think Red thinks that they have a slim Uber advantage. Deceptive gets dropped by a few stickies, and yeah, they're probably going to abort this push.
Babo did a good job of juking in kitchen right there as he gets a pick off the scout and gets out of kitchen as well. That was pretty good gaming, but he gets picked off by Time there in the end.
Chief actually does get taken down by a trap from Whack though, and they're going to be able to hold this pretty convincingly. Blue team manages to have second thoughts though. Yeah, I thought they were going to push into that, but they decided to back out afterwards. It looks like there's going to be another stalemate. Actually, Deceptive did come up in time before Chief, so it looks like they're going to push this with a one-player ad. And yeah, they're going to taking a solo on Deceptive.
Yeah, we've got both Ubers out right now. On the mid in Snakewater, this is Golden Cap, you guys. Whoever scores this point wins the map.
Boomig does get taken out early in post, and Prey managed to jump behind the combo and distract for long enough so that the red team combo could get in. Blue team does die. A nice pipe from Whack manages to hit Chief.
There is big player ad on the side of Harvard Esports right now as well. Time is just going for the sack there, as he's going to respawn with the rest of his team while they regroup.
I spent the whole game ragging on BP and talking about how like uncoordinated they are, but like they managed to sync that push perfectly. Like Prey managed to enter after the Deceptive solo like faded.
True.
And he managed to jump around like right when the blue Uber faded. And because of that, like, he just got 2 easy rockets onto the medic, did a bunch of damage onto the rest of the combo as well, and red team decided to just walk in and clean up on that. So yeah, they're going to build
Yeah.
up like a 40% Uber advantage now as they push into grass.
Sounds like your tough love is really working out.
Yeah, it's working in spirit. There is a soldier high bombing though. Master will get a nice surf. Doesn't manage to take any more damage after that first initial rocket. Although there is a second soldier that comes in,
There
Chief
is.
gets the actual force though.
Chief does get the force there. So we've got both soldiers on the side, down on the side of.
I mean, they are 2 down. They're looking really fancy to actually push this. I'm not sure if they know that respawns are actually going to come in and that they have a gun on last. Hopefully they do now, and yeah, they're backing up.
Well, yeah, they do know now because the scouts got shot by NGO a little bit there.
This is a 100% Uber advantage onto the side of blue team, but it looks like red team are going to decide and hide their soldiers in, like, both soldiers under, as blue team are going to push out. I'm interested to see how these soldiers will actually deal with this. They're going to try both push last, actually. They spot the gun immediately. They kill it in 2 seconds. They're going to kill the engineer as well, but no, they're not going to cap in time. Unfortunate play, but it looks like the soldiers are going to have to try and tempest their way through mid as fast as possible to see if they can catch out that med. Blue team actually decides not to push this, which is a smart idea considering you have so many people behind. Bappo is going to die for it though. He won't actually. He's going to be able to live, and yeah, they're going to even out the Ubers after this. So good kind of distraction play from the red team. They're actually going to pick off Mumu as well as he decides to jump array in window.
Hey, Jolson.
Yes.
How long has this last cap been going? I mean, golden cap been going for?
Like at least, I don't know, 5 minutes, probably longer. It's
Yeah, I
gone
don't
on for
have a
a while.
timer on my HUD. Okay. Yeah, I
there's
feel
no
like
time
it's
limit
been
on
longer
this,
than
on
I'm
Golden
used
Cat,
to.
so that's probably why you can't tell.
Radio.
But yeah, Pare is going to go in for a sack now. He does get a really high bomb in onto the medic. Gets absolutely owned by a pipe, and yeah, he actually does get like 2 decent rockets onto the medic, but he'll take a health pack that's right nearby.
This golden cap is so close. In comes another bomb from the side of Christmas, Team Christmas, and Mimi does get picked off there too on mid. Blue team are probably just gonna wait until he comes up.
If they know the respawn ways, I'd say I'd probably push it because that's a 20-second respawn onto the side of Mumu. They have like all this time in the world to push, but you know, can't really track respawn times that well compared to Uber charges or anything. Pare will come up sniper
Babu in
though.
with the bomb. Babu gets picked off there. Unsuccessful bomb, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think blue team are just going to try and take a bit more forward pressure into Saw at the moment. I think Time actually looks like he wants to take this through, considering that they're a player down.
Yeah, we got someone trying to make a little bit of pressure on Cats there, but it's not really working out for him. There is a fast bomb with that soldier, but Mumu just getting taken out again by the side of Harvard Esports.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of soldier trading throughout this game. That's kind of how it's defined it, and which soldier has had the most success, pretty much. They are taking a bunch of space onto grass for Parade to snipe though. A scout does break out through window for the side of red team, but will instantly back out. And yeah, this is going to be just a contest to see if Parade can hit the shot first or if they can pick off Parade first. Blue team actually gets forced. I don't know what happened. I think that was an accidental force because no one, like, they're trying to hide it right now.
Yeah, it looks like it from my perspective. Do you think they hit it? Do you reckon Custard knows that that's been popped off, or?
I don't think they do because,
Yeah, I agree.
like, Cool Dad managed to whip out his crossbows right after the Uber popped, so like there wouldn't be any sound of the Uber charge. And it looks like it worked because like red team doesn't actually know what happened, and
Yeah,
it's still
dude,
just
I
letting
think
Pro
you're right.
snap.
Cool Dad doing his best to rebuild Uber now in the time he has, while Harvard Esports are just, you know, waiting for their opportune moment. Parade
Pro
does get
actually
picked
picks
off
up a scout. He might have been able to see if they didn't have Uber, but probably didn't at that point since they're playing it so slow now. But yeah.
It doesn't matter anyway because now they're at even again. So good job, Cool Dad.
Prey has now come up Spy.
Oh, Parade Spy.
He did
Right.
get a bunch of cap time onto the last time he played Spy, so let's see if we can actually get a kill instead.
Uh-huh.
Prey is just like staring into a scout at the moment. He's taking his sweet time with the cloak and dagger. And yeah, blue team has started to check for spies now, considering that they've been waiting so long and they've been
Yeah, I think they're
telegraphing the crap
aware.
out of it.
Elizabeth had just asked, how long has this golden cap been going for? I'm gonna guess 10 minutes now?
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty safe bet. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you kind of don't want to be for golden cap.
Well,
Especially if
Doctor
you're...
in the chat says it's 7 minutes, so, I mean, somewhere around there.
Prey gets shot by a rocket and he just instantly hides afterwards as they try and all chase him. He's just standing in one spot.
Parade in the chat with the guys, please. I think both teams are feeling it, the pressure right now. That is just after Parade got picked up as well. They are saying that the casters are asleep, but hey, we're awake, we're here, I'm here for it. Sorry if I sound that way, I didn't mean to.
Chief goes in for the counter stack and gets nothing off it. So yeah, this is as slow as a game of you could possibly ask for. No, Bappa actually goes in for a counter stack as well and gets one rocket onto the medic, but doesn't do anything else after. Yeah, there literally isn't that much to talk about. We've been on to this point for like 6 minutes now and nothing is really happening.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's been the same choke, same hold for the past, like, seriously, I reckon it's been like 5 minutes. Oh, in comes the bomb! And cool that Uber gets popped off? That's a thing.
They actually get a successful force off. Chief actually dies from it too, and looks like red team will actually realize the Uber actually came off. So yeah, finally some action going on. They're hopefully going to be able to take second. Mustard nearly walked into a trap, but luckily Pengster didn't even see it to dead it. So yeah, they do have a one player out at the moment, so they may be able to muscle their way through. But no, as respawns come up, they're just going to let it even out again, and yeah, that round time is going to reset.
The round time reset, you guys. What's the longest golden cap that's ever happened in Esports? I'd like to know that. If anyone can find out, let me know after.
Woohoof is already saying in chat that the Golden Cap will be going on for another 100 years or so, which is kind of accurate to be honest. There is a high bomb coming in from Mumu, I think.
Yeah, Mumu high bomb, he does get picked off though, so that's a failed bomb. Parade is deep right now though as well. He does get back alive though.
Mustard actually showing he has pretty good medic mechanics for someone who doesn't play, for someone who doesn't main medic.
Fun fact, Weedhoof just dropped in the chat that EU had a 52-minute granary golden cap once. Bruh. Can you imagine casting that?
Well, I mean, hopefully this golden cap won't go on for any longer because there's two down on the side of red. They're actually going to take an aggressive Uber trade with no. He's going to force a bunch of multis and they're going to start to back out through Saw now. I actually think this might go in the way of red team as they're going to re-aggress.
Yeah, I feel like one of the teams... There are things happening, people.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of chaos at the moment. Chief is down at the moment. They're going to pick up another 2 frags onto the red team.
There's a lot happening on bats as Parade cleans up there as well.
Yeah, this is now Mumu and Chief versus the world, pretty much. Mumu's going to try and delay them so that he can get some respawns up for his team, but it's not going to work.
It is you versus the world! You can do this! Oh, he valiantly goes down fighting, and that's a GG. I guess we should go to shoutouts right now.
Oh, why don't you go first?
I just want to shout out all my boys in the chat who came to support us tonight, and who have been this whole season so far. It's been really nice, and thank you. It's really helped me a lot personally, so I thank you for that.
Yeah, shout out to Harvard Esports /BP. Shout out to Open Players, my team currently. Shout out to Excited for Christmas. for putting out a fun game with BP. And yeah, shout out to everyone in Twitch chat as well. GG's.
Yeah, so just letting you all know, I'm going to leave the link for the TF Live Discord in the chat. Wait, what was it? Exclamation mark Discord. Yeah. So if you guys want to I don't know. Oh, yes, thank you, Weedhoofed. All right. Yeah, what he did. If you want to join us and you know, critique our casting, talk about our casting, give us any advice for the future or what games you'd like to see, anything at all, we want to hear from you and come and conversate with us in the Discord. Apart from that, the other thing you need to know is there is a premiership game that should still be going. I'm not sure if it's still going after we're at 10 p.m. right now, but that's on the main TF Live channel. We are about to switch over to that right now. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it.